Imagine a gladiator forged in iron, carved from sheer ambition, who steps onto the Olympia stage and shatters expectations. That is Keone Pearson, a name now etched in bodybuilding legend, now a three-peat Olympia champion in the 212 division. The rise of a champion, from obscurity to dominance. Keone's story begins not in the spotlight, but in the trenches. Sweat-drenched gyms, broken promises, countless failed attempts. He didn't emerge as a darling of the fitness world. He became it through relentless grind, iron resolve, and a refusal to bow to limits. Though he began his professional path in the classic physique division, he sensed a ceiling. The weight limits constrained him. So in 2020, he made the audacious leap to 212 bodybuilding, a decision many questioned. Yet in his very first 212 Pro show, the 2020 Chicago Pro, he demonstrated that he belonged. From that moment, he became a force others measured themselves against. 3 titles, 1 king, the Olympia Triumph 2023. In his Olympia debut, Pearson stunned the world by dethroning Sean Clarida to claim his first 212 Olympia crown. 2024, he returned stronger, sharper, more imposing. Clarida tried to claw back glory. Pearson's superior back width, muscular fullness, symmetry and balance sealed the victory and cemented his reign. He became the first since Flex Lewis to pull off back-to-back wins in the 212 division. 2025, and then the ultimate conquest. Keone claimed his 3rd straight Olympia, sealing a three-peat in brutal, jaw-dropping fashion. He outshaped, outposed, and outmuscled a field that tried desperately to dethrone him. In 2025, Pearson edged out Clarida in a final battle of aesthetics versus conditioning. But Pearson's X-frame, wide shoulders, razor-sharp waist, sweeping quads, and his insane back detail grabbed the judges' favor. Ever after, the future and his legacy. Pearson's three-peat ties him with Kevin English's record in 212 history and still trails only the legendary Flex Lewis in total 212 dominance. But Keone is not content to reign forever in 212. He's already hinted at stepping into the open division, testing his limits against bigger beasts. What happens if he brings that same hunger, that same precision, to the open stage? The bodybuilding world waits with bated breath. Moreover, beyond muscle and medals, his legacy lies in inspiration, showing young athletes that limits are illusions and that greatness is wrested from adversity. What makes him unstoppable? Physique, mind, will. The body that commands silence, symmetry, and proportion. Every inch of Pearson's physique sings in harmony, no oversized limb out of place. Back and lat mastery. His rear lat, spread, and back detail have become legendary. In the 2025 finals, his back hardness disrupted Clarida's comeback attempt. Fullness and roundness. He didn't just get bigger, he got denser and more three-dimensional. Conditioning. He refined his conditioning year after year, not just to match his mass, but to make every muscle fiber visible to the naked eye. 2. The unbreakable spirit. When he lost, like his 14th place debut in 2021, he didn't quit. He absorbed feedback, retrained his weak points, and returned stronger. He doesn't just lift weights, he shapes his mindset. His posing has evolved from raw energy into polished artistry, exuding confidence and purpose. He's not satisfied with titles. He's chasing immortality in the annals of the sport. Words to shock and inspire. 3 times sounds good. It's just been a ride. Such an amazing prep. Pearson, moments after cementing his 2025 win. That quote hides a truth. Greatness isn't gifted, it's earned. Drop by drop, rep by rep, failure by failure. So let this be known, Keone Pearson is not just a champion. He is the standard, the benchmark, the thunder that echoes in every gym. Anyone who steps on stage with him knows the gauntlet has been thrown, the bar has been raised, and the crown is made of iron. In the world of bodybuilding, legends rise and fade. But Keone doesn't just ride the wave, he becomes the wave. He doesn't just dominate a division, he transforms it. So shout it, proclaim it. Let every muscle enthusiast tremble at the name, Keone the Prodigy Pearson, Olympia legend. Picture this, a titan forged from raw will and iron, rising from the shadows of struggle to cast a silhouette that shakes the very foundations of bodybuilding. That is Keone Pearson, not just a competitor, but a revelation in flesh and steel. The ascent of a shockwave. In 2023, the world bore witness to an earthquake in the 212 Olympia division. Keone Pearson dethroned the reigning champion. Sean Clarida in a contest steeped in drama and tension. Where many saw a stable throne, Pearson saw a battleground with shredded quads, an X-frame that defied belief, and an aesthetic symmetry that looked more painted than grown. He stunned the judges into naming him Mr. Olympia. Then came 2024, and he did it again. Against all odds, against razor-sharp rivals, Pearson defended his crown with a visage of dominance. His back width, his fullness, the smoothness of his transitions, each pose struck like lightning. In doing so, he became the first man since the great Flex Lewis to claim back-to-back 212 Olympia titles. From darkness to glory, his inner fires. But this story isn't merely about conquering stages, it's about wrestling with personal demons. In 2020, at his lowest, Pearson bowed out of competition. Depression whispered doubts. Essentially sports, his social media bore witness to a man in war with his own mind.